Hello, Krusty73 here. Something's just arrived in the mail. I think I might have already fucked on doing that. Right. I have ordered knockoff Ninjago figures. Here they are here. And I'm wondering how they are in comparison to the official ones. Didn't even get to build them. I got bored a few nights ago and ordered 2 knockoff Ninjago figures on eBay, and I'm comparing them to the official ones and seeing how they stack up. Because they're pretty funny. When I saw him, for a split second, I thought this was a real minifigure. And I kind of lost my crap for a second there, because that'd be dirt cheap, but nope. These are both knockoffs. I've got to say, comparing these two figures feels like comparing Xbox One graphics to Xbox Series X graphics. There's absolutely no competition. This guy here, you can barely even see the dragons on his chest, whereas his is very clearly defined. His legs come off quite easily. Yeah, whereas this one, it's not happening, and the legs are pretty sticky. You know, I feel like this. When I got them back in the day, they were awful. The legs were different, so they just pop right on and off easily. And yeah, they were not good, but I'll give them credit. They have improved quite a bit since 2016. So this guy's face print does the job, provided in real life and on the camera. I can't see the little details on his face, like the power coming out of his eyes. I can't see those on here. Let me check that real quick. No, they just didn't even put it on there. And the legs here, they didn't even bother to print them up all the way compared to this one, which is printed up all the way. So yeah, would I recommend getting this guy for around £3 on eBay rather than getting this guy in a set for about 20 on Amazon or anything like that, or even getting him separately for about 6 on eBay? Absolutely not. You absolutely are getting what you pay for with this. This guy is much more low quality than him, but if you absolutely need to save money, I guess. But no, on to the second of the two figures, the Ice Emperor. I love how the effects of the original Ice Emperor leak are still seen today. Like, say, this face is not the Ice Emperor's correct face. If I get it real quick, you can see that is not the right face. That is General Vex's face. And when the figure was originally leaked, they had the wrong head on. I can't remember if it was either Vex's or one of the generic warriors, but it was that same color, and that I love how that's still seen today. That's really funny to me. Now, I've experimented with the legs a bit here, and they're a lot better and more stiff than they are on Golden Lloyd, which his are just pretty pitiful. The one time I want to demonstrate it, it doesn't. But yeah, no, now I'm doing it, they just pop straight off. Whereas his, they're pretty solid. Right. I'm pulling them, and they're just not coming off. See, it took a bit of force, which, depending on who you ask, will be a good thing or a bad thing. But his armor is the single stiffest thing I've ever used. Look at this. I'm applying full force to this. It took all that to get it off. Earlier I tried to, and it just straight up wouldn't happen. Yeah, look at that. You can see how it's printed over to the side. But the armor piece here is really faithful to the actual one. Like, honestly, if you're just looking for this armor piece in bulk, I think I could just recommend you get a ton of this guy, because this armor is completely passable. Like, that ain't breaking. It's a bit stiff, but you know, that again, depending on who you ask, is a good thing or a bad thing. And even then, the more you take it off, the easier it is. I think that was just the initial thing, because these came built for some reason. But let's get on to this. This is pretty bad. Again, does the job, but like, what the hell is this? Come on. Also, not to mention, it's just the wrong face. Also, his accessory, he came with a Forbidden Spinjitzu staff, and I actually don't have one of these to compare it to, surprisingly enough. But I'm pretty sure these are meant to come in gunmetal rather than black. But other than that, I mean, it's adorable. So I don't think this thing's going to be snapping on you anytime soon. And it gets the job done. It's a bit loose in this guy's hand, but in this guy's it works lovely. And the helmet, they took a bit of shortcuts with. Because if you look here from the side, you can see that they didn't bother to make these bits and this translucent blue. They just opted for white. But other than that, this helmet I think is entirely passable. Don't get me wrong, it's not as good as the official one, but you know what? This does the job. Doesn't do it to the best it could. Like seriously, would have hurt to put translucent blue here, but I'd say it's not too bad. It does the job well enough and conveys what it's trying to. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Okay, look at this. So there's two on this side and then one here. If you look on here, there's only one, and you can see one just slightly peeping out under the white. I have no idea what that's about. Alright, let's put the knockoff one back on the scumbag himself. Honestly though, if you want a bunch of excess staffs in this colour, because I don't think LEGO actually makes this colour, and a bunch of armour, granted this one you'll be making a couple compromises with, this guy is a passable buy, I would say. Like, I know I'm probably never going to use this guy for anything, but like, honestly, if you're just wanting to army build and just take the armour, this guy's a passable buy, I would say. Everything else, like this, and it's pretty mediocre, but you know, for the staff and the armour, this is a pretty alright deal. So, would I recommend these guys over the originals? Absolutely not. There is no competition. LEGO prints them a lot better, they're much better made, and they're just overall better. But the Ice Emperor one, I might recommend for the staff and the armour. So, I have two figures here that I'm never going to use. What should I do with them? Give them away. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to freeze them. See you in July.